They're total couple goals.
Have you heard the one about how, through the whole of human history, queer life always finds a way?
You think you could be in danger? You are in danger.
Image is what we get lost in. Truth is the superpower we escape with.
Adidas x Gucci.
Why you struck? Yeah, we're what everybody wants. You can never just do what.
It's going to be so relentless with their aggression that they have. This is not an Enigma that needs to use Black Hole. This isn't a Bloodseeker or Batrider that need to use their ults to get into the fight. Like, they're just going to be fighting, poking non-stop. And for Liquid, do they hit the RP? Do they hit the swap? If they don't, they might just get run over. So yeah, very much this is a nice little change of pace coming into this game too. And I'm excited to see it. We've not seen a lot of Magnus, honestly.
We have not. I mean, I can't wait. I hope we get some sort of big RPs coming out. We've got, RPs from one side, Black Holes from the other. A lot of huge team fight potential. So if these skirmishes are kicking off, you better be careful, both squads, about how you group up, because both offlaners, they'll be looking to punish that.
Yeah, I just had to check it. Out of all the regions in DPC, we've only seen 6 Magnus picked.
And how's it doing?
It's only won a single game. So it really isn't a hot hero right now. Let me see. Who won with that game?
Was that a core, Magnus? What do we have?
It was, yeah, they're off lanes and mids. So all cores, none of these support Magnuses. And the game that it won was actually E-Home beating Ares on a off-lane Magnus. But completely different draft, completely different style. But yeah, not a lot of Magnus so far in Tour 3 of DPC.
Let's have a look. Liquid already able to get in under the tower. Looking for that ward. We'll see with the lane setup if we get anything too crazy. Doesn't seem we will.
I've got to say though, the music coming from the draft panel to the cast, that really got me emotional a little bit. Yeah, I feel like I've ruined the mood now because I was getting all antsy. I need to see an RP quickly. Oh,
there we go.
Just teasing us a bit there.
Very nice. Right, let's have a look at these matchups. I mean, is it mid lane? Storms. This is a lane right where Storm's going to be feeling pretty happy. Can't this get a little bit sad for the Tiny?
It can get a bit sad for Tiny, but the fact that you have such damage advantage, you naturally will CS pretty well. I think the key thing is, where did the denies go? Does Tiny get the level 2 first? Do you have this toss back? Do you have the creeps positioned in a way that when Bat tries to go on top of you, you can just throw him away quickly? Does Bat get flame break level 3 to then do some firefight flame break plays? There's a lot of small mechanical things in this lane to see who actually can just get ahead. And also, how well do the side lanes go? For Liquid, when you're against the Bat mid, you need your side lanes to go well so that the Sky TP or the Venge TP suddenly doesn't lose your side lanes and the Bat's getting kills mid, right? But that's in about 3-4 minutes time. And the lane's kind of difficult for Liquid this time. You've got Bloodseeker into a Magnus. Magnus isn't the best lane pressuring hero, therefore Bloodseeker will thrive. The regen built into Bloodseeker will help offset the nuke and damage of Skyroth Mage. I think Pure's going to have a pretty happy time down here.
And does this sort of just work out better for the lanes for Entity that this time round they've got Katomi playing the Dawn up on the top lane and Fishman's on the Bane instead?
Yeah, there's going to be a lot of moments where Fishman on his Bane can pop off with some big saves, and these Nightmares really going to help them out. But yeah, this top lane. This is, I think, one of the most important lanes for Entity because you expect Bloodseeker to do well. You expect Batrider to do pretty decent. And this top lane, if Nigma can't get a quick enough vessel, it's going to just wreak havoc on Liquid. Cancelling Blink Daggers of Magnus, preventing the regen of Matumba Man, and just really allows Nigma to get into the middle of the fight. And a quick assist from Kataomi just going to really just destroy the
bottom lane.
Oh.
So Pure will get run down a bit here. Didn't get caught out by a skewer, it seems, as I was able to drag him back, get a lot of damage in onto him.
Even though we don't... Oh, Fishman actually just steps up into the wave.
Oh, he's looking pretty dead here, surely. Zai stick charges at the ready with the shockwave. Liquid will get first blood.
He tried to stop the pull camp, but something that we didn't get to mention yet is what might allow Magnus to return to meta is just the fact that this Die offlane tower is so close in the lane. And naturally on Magnus, right, you skewer into a... Sorry, shockwave into skewer underneath the tower. It's so easy if you have this pull camp available to get the creeps in a position that you bring the cores underneath the tower. And now with level advantage, they actually do have a little bit of spam coming out. Over time, Bloodseeker will thrive, but this is a nice window for the spells of Mag Sky just to be a nuisance. Fishman probably needs to step up a little bit and tank a bit more of this.
Good setup here from Entity. Able to punish Insania. See Matthew's able to get anything in return. Bottom lane Boxy. A safe distance just in time there. Did fall low.
Already the makings of the bloodbath, right? All the side lanes just poking each other a little bit more and more. Matthew already with Ring of Health. Not really going to get him out of lane now. Up until, of course, that vessel comes through.
And you're right so far about the mid lane. Mickey is having a very good time. He's actually getting more out of the lane than Stormer. Having the lead on the denies, taking that away from the Bat. So yeah, no pressure at all felt on Mickey.
Yeah, it's honestly just, does Tiny waste a toss? Does he waste an avalanche to farm? At any point, if he does that, it gives Storm a bit of a threat. But this is what I mentioned about this offlane, right? Just the fact that this tower, it kind of reaches into that offlane. So whenever the creeps are close, quick shockwave into skewer, you can be very aggressive.
is difficult though, and was quite mana intensive for Liquid to make those moves.
Yep, that is very true. And they don't have a Bassi or any... Sure, they got a stick, the Bloodseeker spam, but okay.
Nice two-man skewer. Fishman's got the brain stab though, and Zai, he'll go down to the blood right. That's Fishman.
The raindrop.
It's going to save him for now. You've popped the salve, he will still die. So Boxy able to take down Fishman in return, but Zai dying in the lane, and Pure, his farm continuing.
Yeah, they had a good window of aggression, but unfortunately, that slowly does come to an end. Bane, one of the better supports at being able to take this up. Like, there's so much sustain, right? Bloodseeker, Bane, these heroes, if they just have a brain snap or they kill a creep with the first, very easy for them to keep some regen. Oh, already got the urn. Look at his quick buy. He's like, guys, I'm just rushing this vessel. There's like nothing else he really needs to buy.
See over in the mid. Rotation came in from Boxy.
Big
Mickey, they're able to take Stormstormer down, so not only just a good lane for Mickey, but on top of that, being able to take out Stormstormer, he's off to a flying start.
That's, yeah, really important. You get the pick off pre-6-minute rune as well, so Mickey is going to be able to kill off his catapult wave. He gets a kill on the mid lane. He's going to be able to then set up and check the board. He already has a river ward, so he's going to know which rune it is. He's going to push this lane in now so that he's able to contest the rune for free. But yeah, Entity instantly
they've got both heroes here.
Exactly.
Ready to help out for the power rune, and it is going to be on the bottom in this room that Mickey won't be able to get to in time. Entity making sure that the lane doesn't fall into a tougher position for Stormstorm and making sure they focus around the power rune spawn.
Yeah, that was really important. The way that Liquid set that up, or at least Mickey was setting up his lane, if Entity didn't bring the supports, it would have been a disaster for Stormstorm there. And now look at the damage there. This Batrider, he doesn't really want to get on top of this Tiny. Sure, you might do some damage over time, but the quick, the Ava, the toss into a couple tree grab, it's going to be difficult.
You'll see bottom Pure. He's hit the 6 and he's ready to try and make this rupture move onto Zai under the tower. Zai's got the skewer slow, shockwave as well. Pure won't be able to continue diving to finish Zai off. And in fact, Pure himself could be in trouble as the damage will chase him down. Liquid, they'll be able to take out both heroes on the bottom lane. Zai and Boxy holding the tier 1 defense. Top lane Stormstormer coming with the rotation, but the sentry's down. So the Invis is only going to provide him so much safety. He'll have to Firefly out to the side here. As Liquid, they may lose Instania. But Matthew's going to have to set up to take down Katsuomi in return. And now Mickey turning up. Stormstormer's got to get out of here.
Well, he's going to have to Firefly away. The Wild Wing really wanted to kind of throw him back into the fight, but I love that play from Zion bot.
Oh, he's going to know! I mean, I guess, did he just expect that Mickey wouldn't wait around like that? I mean, he knew that Mickey had headed up there, right?
I think, yeah.
He just thought Mickey was on his way back to mid?
I think he assumed he walked through the river back to the top rune.
Oh, yeah. I mean, Mickey's he's gonna be over the moon with that one there. A lovely little solo kill to find with Stormstormer walking straight up into him.
With so many fights breaking out, we didn't get to just... Again, I just want to mention Zai in bot. He gets ruptured up, the discipline waiting, then he uses the skewer max range after the rupture ends to then drag them away. In doing so, killing off the bit. Yeah, just really nice smaller plays coming out. Liquid just breaking down the map quite nicely.
He's ready to continue these moves here, straight down towards the bottom. He's looking for Pure. Magic Missile set up into the Shockwave RP. They'll keep Pure locked down. He'll try and run him with the stick charge. He'll have a bit of a chance, but the skewer's there.
One more spell.
It's going to have Shockwave. He hasn't got mana for it. So Pure...
Do they have wave?
It's going to have
wave in one.
Yeah, Magic Missile's back up, so they will be able to find him. Pure can't escape. And in fact, Mickey might get the chance for more here. Katsuomi should be all right, though. Yeah, Avalanche used, but the toss wasn't quite at the ready. So Mickey already starting to make these moves, shaking up this early game and looking pretty good. 2-0-2 on the mid-tiny.
Incredibly active. And look at his quick buy. We're seeing this kind of adaptation from these mid-tinies. Some people love rushing the blink. They want to take a fight, but we're seeing more tinies now go for the Echo Saber. You pick up the Echo quite early on. You farm a bit more intensively. If you make the movements and read the map well, you don't need the blink dagger to initiate. Just positioning and reading the map can help you, and it allows you to scale better into the game. You still get the blink, let's say 3-4 minutes later, and it means that you're not going to just suddenly fall off.
See rotation from Pure. He's back in the game. He's going to look to try and make a move onto Matumba map. And they'll use the black hole. They'll drop everything here to try and take him down. But the Ancient Steel Silence does come in, and Matu, who's still alive, finally falls. But the damage has been done in return. Entity, they'll lose 2 heroes for that move.
So much damage coming out from Liquid. Sure, you get the lockdown onto the Bristleback, but you're ganking him with a Dawn and a Bloodseeker. Early on, these heroes, they don't really do the damage.
Might be able to get more out of this. Mickey.
They're going to get more.
He's ready to join in, and we'll get hold back by the Nightmare, but quickly able to take it off him to make sure that Mickey still has the space to move in and take down another kill.
My God, Mickey is just popping off in this game. 3-0-2, minute 9. Pretty, I mean, at a component and a bit away from Echo Saber.
And you know, it's going to mean that the game's in a state which will be very difficult, right, for Stormstormer to sort of have the moves that he wants to do. He's going to have the bots done soon, but just the knowledge that wherever he turns up into these side lanes, there's a high chance that Mickey's going to be there ready to respond. And, you know, against this Tiny, these early moves are not easy for the Bat to make.
Yeah, Bat's the type of hero that you want to bring heroes to your lane. You want to force the map to be super small because Liquid's reacting. And in doing so, your side lanes do really well. So then when you buy your bots, your side lanes have gone so well due to the time that you bought that then you're offsetting that and just winning everything, basically. Batrider is one of these best heroes at the game. It's like a Timbersaw, right? Timbersaw, you normally win your lane. Heroes come to deal with you. In doing so, the rest of your cores do well. So when Timber and the other core sync up, it's naturally just going to be overwhelming. And that's not really going to happen in this game right now, just because how well I think Boxy and Mickey, the partnership of the Sky Tiny, has really broken down the map. And we got to see the highlight. Look how many quills just bursting throughout this.
Yeah, just so much damage. And of course, Entity having to commit both ultimates there, the Rupture and the Black Hole, to have a chance of killing Mata. And you very much see that in Pure's face that it doesn't really feel worth it when you're committing so much for that move and you're losing heroes in return. It's not quite the move they need to shake themselves back into this game.
Yeah, Matu farming a couple of stacks. And this is going to be a really disgusting timing, right? When you have just the natural Venge aura, the minus armor from the Venge, you have the Empower of the Magnus, the initiation of the Tiny, and then Bristleback behind that with some Ags Vanguard. Think about that with an Aegis on top. Like, they're going to be slapping so hard in some of these fights. Entity, they need to recover. They need to find something to get themselves into this game. Because right now, it's slowly slipping away with their inability to really do any damage. Sure, that fully changes with Bloodseeker having Maelstrom BKB Shard, Enigma Blink BKB. Items are Entity's best friend right now because their draft doesn't allow them to really pack a punch after the lanes didn't go so well.
We'll be able to get the tower trade here. Toby with that pressure top, able to finish off the tier 1. Get himself closer and closer towards the Vestal Gold.
Yeah. Gonna pick up the VIP booster now, but he needs to get a kill ideally.